Welcome to the R learning session. Today we'll be talking about R and specifically statistics that is related to R. Let's dive into it. You decide to move out of college, dorm, and get an apartment. You want to discuss budget with your roommate. You know that your monthly grocery bill G will depend on a number of factors, such as whether you are too busy to cook, whether you invite guests for a meal, and how many special holidays meal you will cook, etc. In particular, G will have an approximate normal distribution with a variance of 2500 and a mean mu, which is equal to 300 plus 10 times m minus 100 times b plus 50 times h, where m is the number of meals to which you invite guests and expectation mean is 8. B is a measure of how busy you are with problem sets. Assume that it is uniform distribution from 0 to 1. And h is a variable that takes on a value 1 for holiday months of November, December, January, and 0 otherwise. Now, here are the questions. Question 5. What is the mean of G in November where M is 10 and B is 5? Now, to do that, we have to use this equation here. This is the equation we need to use. And what it's saying is that M is equal to 10 and B is equal to 0.5 and H is equal to 1 because it is November. Now once we do that, it becomes this. Now think about what would be the result of this. What would be the value of total mu? Can you think for a second? The value of mu will eventually be this equal to mu equal to 400. So ultimately the mu will equal to 400. Now moving on to the next question. Question 6. For a month chosen at random, what is expectation of G? So they call that apply. Think once again how to solve this problem. Let's dive into it. So we can do elimination. Now let's look at the first example here. Expectation is equal to G. So expectation of G is equal to expectation of this. Basically expectation of this. And what's missing here is that if you take expectation of this, then where is H here? H is not here. So we can say that this is not true. And how about this one? Look at this example here. If you get expectation of this, it is same as that. No, the 50 is missing. So this is also false. How about this one? Expectation of this. Let's say expectation of this. The 300 comes out. That is okay. And we have the 10 times N, 10 times EM, which is okay. And we have expectation of B times 100, that's okay, plus 50H, this is okay too. So this seems to be okay. And how about this? It is basically a derivation of this. So if we take this And if you take this, and what is expression H? H is a, what is H? H is a uniform distribution between 0 and 1. Now, if it's a uniform distribution, then the expression of uniform distribution of 0, 1 is 0.5. And if you multiply 50 times 0.5 and sum into 300, then it's going to be 312.5. So this is also okay. And what is this? It is multiplied by 34. I don't know why it is multiplied by 34. So it's not true. And same, this one is not true. So in the end, what we can say is that choice C and D is the are the right choices. Now let's move on to 7. What is the value of expectation of G? Now, what is the value of expectation of G? Now, let's go back here. Now, we know that this is a formula we can use, and we can quantify this. That is, when you quantify this, and what is this equal to? This is equal to, okay, what is expectation of M? We know that expectation of M is 10, expectation of M is 8. We know that expectation of M is 8, and the expectation of B is, this is mentioned here. So it is mentioned somewhere. What is expression of B? What is B here? B is something like 0 and 1. It says 0.5 here. So 0.5. This is a uniform distribution. It's going to be 0.5. So let's put those. And what's going to be the total of that? It's going to be 342.5. So let me quickly summarize what we learned today. We learned about some statistics in our course. And what we learned is that we were talking about some college rooms and person moving out college rooms and the apartment. And we talk about what would be the mean of the expenses for the whole year or a particular given month. And we came up with some values like the mean of a G for November with M is equal to 10 and B is equal to 0.5 was 400. But if you take expression of G without specific month, but as an expression of G, then it's going to come out with 240.5. So that's all for today. I will see you next learning session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. I know.